last thing is what we feed them in the first place. And we just give our daughter whatever we are eating. And we eat a typically very healthy lifestyle, and so I feel comfortable doing this. Whatever we're making for dinner, whatever we order at a restaurant, we don't order anything separate off the children's menu. They eat whatever we eat. My daughter likes spicy food because of this, because we eat spicy food. She's just developed a pretty diverse palate, and that doesn't mean she always eats every single thing that we eat, or every night she eats as much as the next, but she never asks for anything different or complains about what's there. They eat if they're hungry. I've noticed sometimes she goes through periods where she just eats a little bit, and then other times she's eating like literally as much as we do. And it just depends on their growth at the moment. So I think this is something that spooks a lot of parents because they see them only eating a tiny bit and they're like, oh my gosh, what my kid needs to eat, which valid. We try not to worry too much about that. Our foods have a couple different elements. Like normally we'll have like a salad and maybe like a casserole or like soup or something, and then like some fruit on the side. So, you know, if she's gonna eat something on that plate, and it's the same thing that's on our plates. The other thing about what's in the food is when it comes to vegetables, I try to do a balanced mix of having sides of vegetables and also like soups, stews, chilies, casseroles, all of this where like I put lots of vegetables into the food, and I have a lot of videos with these recipes as well, but I put a ton of vegetables into the food that are chopped up really small and integrated where they can't be picked out. I make sure she gets her vegetable quota through that, but then I also make sure to still give her, like not only do that, because I want her to also have the exposure to vegetables so that she can touch and feel and taste. And if she doesn't eat it, I'm not making a big deal about it at all. We're just moving on with the night, and it'll be there again in a couple days for her to experiment with again. So with all of that said, those are the 5 things that my husband and I have discussed where we're like, okay, what worked with our daughter? How are we gonna integrate that with our son to try and just make mealtimes like a fun, enjoyable family experience and a nourishing experience for our kids, and not stressful or a battle. Will be at times, but less often. Let me know any other tips or tricks that you have down below.